So in class today, we read a story called Maple about a little girl and a tree. And at the end of the story, the little girl had a baby sister. And another tree, a willow tree, was growing for her little sister. The name of our story is Maple and Willow Together. And here's Maple all grown up, and here's Willow growing big too. And the name of our story, and our author and illustrator is Lori Nichols. She's our author. She wrote the story, and she's also an illustrator. She drew the pictures. And I love we have two sisters. Let's see how the two sisters played together. Maple and her little sister Willow were always together. It was hard to remember a time when the girls weren't together. In fact, their parents even wondered if the girls had their own language, and in a way, they did. They spent mornings together and most nights. On sunny days, the girls looked for heart rocks, built fairy houses, and caught grasshoppers. Hide and seek was one of their favorite games. "You're it," Maple shouted. But Maple didn't like the way Willow counted. So let's see how Willow counted. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, so look, Maple's teaching her to count the right way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When it rained, Maple would chirp, "I'm in charge of the umbrella." Willow didn't mind because she was in charge of the puddles. The puddles brought out worms. Maple and Willow both loved worms. Maple kept her worm in a special box, her box. That was okay with Willow because she liked her worm to wiggle all over her fingers. One day, Maple decided they should pick dandelions. Willow wanted to blow them into the wind, but Maple wanted to collect the dandelions, not blow them. That's when Willow decided to show Maple a thing or two, and Maple decided to tell Willow a thing or two. Then Willow took it out on Maple's toy, and Maple took it out on Willow. Neither sister wanted to be together ever again. The girls were separated and sent to their rooms. But after a while, that got boring. So Maple slipped something over to Willow. Then Willow slipped something over to Maple. The girls met halfway and were together once again. They couldn't wait to run back outside. Oops. And this time, when Maple and Willow collected dandelions, they both made wishes and blew them into the wind. That evening, they took a bath and put on their pajamas and hopped like grasshoppers and read more books and fell asleep together. Wow, so friends, I love the way that Maple and Willow like to be together, but I was so sad when they had an argument and they fought. And then Maple pushed Willow. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that Willow didn't get hurt. But they made up because they were sisters and they're friends and they love each other. So we have to try to remember, especially if we have a brother or a sister or a cousin that we're really close to, that sometimes we can get mad at each other. And that's okay, but we have to work it out and we talk to each other. We shouldn't push and we shouldn't shove. We can use our words because after all, we love each other, whether we're family or friends.